How do you turn a piece of infrastructure into a story?
How do we ask ethnographic and anthropological questions with visual media? I'm an environmental anthropologist, and I'm also a writer.
I'm a grad student in literary studies and performance and a video artist. We were out on the lake together, and we looked out and we were like, what is that thing out there? And we thought it might be an oil rig. And then we opened up Google Maps and we realized it was a really strange piece of infrastructure called a water crib. So then we decided to make a piece of video art.
Each crib became a self-sustaining kingdom.
We had initially been really intrigued by these stories about these crib keepers who were basically like lighthouse keepers who would live out on the cribs for a week at a time and had these whole lives out there. The fascination with these questions of labor and isolation.
The cribs are just these giant vacuums that suck water down into tunnels that run under the lake to bring it back to Chicago. And basically, we just thought they were like incredibly weird and uncanny. We threw everything we had in terms of interdisciplinary research abilities at this. Ethnographic interviews, archival work, journalistic artist research. And it's actually really hard to dig up a lot of stuff.
The cribs aren't accessible. Cribs aren't supposed to be visualized because they've become this kind of securitized flashpoint for a lot of fears around biosecurity threat in post-9/11 America.
We wanted to find a way to circumvent people's boredom with history and to really make the cribs feel fresh and present.
What if we could treat this as some kind of modern myth, purposefully avoiding using dates and names and even saying Chicago?
We stepped back from this register aesthetic of being authoritative.
They put all of the waste and gunk their bodies produced into the river as well.
We had made a 12-minute piece of video art about the water cribs. I tried to find very seductive video material. I mostly used found material. Corporate promotional videos for tunnel boring machines, video games like Age of Empires 3, which is basically make-believing coloniality in this really messed up way, 3D blueprints, some things that were almost art, some things that had economic purposes, some things that had regulatory purposes, and smashing them all together.
For more than 50 years, people have been carving tunnels that crawl hundreds of feet beneath this city.
I've just been exposed to so many different types of knowledge production and creative production that I'm just not exposed to on a regular basis in my department.
Provided this incredibly supportive community where you can see how other people are also navigating the challenges, but also exciting aspects of working across disciplines.